Gonna back this boat into the water, find a way to win a couple dollars. Weatherman says there's a cold front coming down. Bring it on, I've seen it all by now. I can catch 'em shallow, I can catch 'em deep. Open water or the back of the creek. The wind and rain to me is all the same. I make a living playing this game, and I thank the Lord above every time I can. I get to be a fisherman.
Alright, today I'm going to do a Boca Bearings install. Earlier today I had just gotten in my Boca Bearings sponsorship package, and they sent me 2 of these packs. I've already installed them in one of my reels, and it's just a huge difference. So I'm going to be installing them in my second reel. Right now I'm just going to show you with the factory bearings what it's like. And this is on free spool. As you can see, it's not very long lasting, the spool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to install the Boca bearings. These are the orange seal bearings. A couple tools you're going to need spool pin pliers. These are not spool pin pliers, but these have worked for me. I'm about to get some spool pin pliers in from Boca Bearings. But next thing you'll need is a small screwdriver, because there's a screw that you're going to need to take out. You're going to need a knife, and you're going to need Q-tips to clean out the cavities. So first, I'll take these bearings out. This is a Bass Pro Shops Pro Qualifier. Alright, so I'll dump those out right there. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to pull this pin right here. Hold on. Pull it and twist it up. Just like that. Just going to pop it off. The first bearing is right there inside the outside cap that goes right there. So, if you can see, there's a little retention clip right in there. So what you're going to do is you're going to have to keep your thumb on half the bearing and get your knife and pop that little retention clip out. The reason you want to put your thumb on it is because if you don't, it'll just go flying everywhere and you probably won't be able to find it. But so you'll get the retention clip out. I'll just set it aside right now. And out comes the bearing. It'll stick to the magnetic things. And we'll just set this bearing to the side. What you want to do right now is clean out that little cavity with the Q-tip. So as you can see, there's some grease in there. And get your first Boca bearing. Just drop it in. You're going to put your retention clip back on. You can just do this with your finger. And there you go, there's your first one installed. So we'll put that to the side right now. I'm going to take the spool out. And the second bearing is right there, but I'm going to do this one last. Right now, I'm going to undo the screw right here and take this little cap off. Put the screw to the side and just put this little thing to the side as well. And get your pliers, and you're just gonna undo that right there. Undo the nut. You can do it without taking the handle off, but I just find it easier to take the handle off to get access to this little pocket right there. So what you can do is take the handle off, set that right there, and then take the drag star off. Put that to the side. And if you want, you can just clean this little thing off, because this thing can get pretty dirty. So, got that cleaned off. We're going to undo right there. As you can see, there's your bearing right there. So, what you're going to do is put your thumb on it, get your knife, pop the retention clip out, and set the retention clip to the side right there. Just going to get your bearing out and set that with your other bearing. And then clean this out with your Q-tip. And then put your second bearing in. Make sure you're not putting the one with the wider hole. This one's for the spool. So as you got in there, just put the retention clip back in. This is, again, you can just do this with your fingers. It's not very hard. Make sure that's down in there, good and secure. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a little of this crap off it. That's in there. I'll put this back on. I'm gonna keep it on free spool right now, and then we'll go to the pin. What you're gonna do is you're gonna with the spool pin pliers, you're gonna have a little pin right here, and you're gonna stick that pin on the smaller side. As you can see, there's a small side and there's a fat side. So you're gonna put the pin on the small side, and you're just gonna get it out. Be careful, do this very slowly, because you can break your pin. So that's right there. You can just get it and just slowly pop it out. So there's your pin. Set that down and just pop your bearing off. As you can see, that's got a big hole as well. Then you're going to put your Boca bearing on. Well, first, actually, I'm going to clean it off. Just clean that little area off. Clean the Boca bearing off. Pop it on. There's a big hole and a small hole on the pin, on the spool. So what you're going to do is you're going to put the small side in the big hole. Press it in with your hand. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to get it in, you're going to press it till it's even. I don't know if you can see that, but it's not even yet, so I'm going to keep pressing it. Now it's even in there. So what you're going to do, put your handle back on. Actually, first you just put your spool in. Put your handle on. I'm going to go ahead and put the side back on. All I got to do, like that, and twist it. You're going to hold the spool and tighten this down to the drag that you like. And you might have to hold this. Put your handle back on. Make sure you get this washer on, handle, and nut. Just hand tighten your nut down, and then get your pliers and tighten it to where you end up with the hole. Put this back on. Put your screw in. And you're going to tighten the screw down. Alright, and you're done. That's all there is to it. So, we're going to show it with the Boca bearing. As you can tell, there's a huge difference. These Boca Bearings are a little louder, but not by much, and it doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, you can just get some Boca Bearing lightning lube, and that'll quiet them down. But as you can see, they're just very, very smooth bearings, and as I said in my previous videos, I recommend them to everyone. They're great bearings. They're a little on the expensive side, but they're definitely worth it. They pay off in the long run. So everybody go check them out. I'll put the link in the description to their website. You'll just you'll just type in your model of your reel, the serial number right there, and it'll pull up your reel, and just order the bearings. I recommend the orange seals. The orange seals are the smoothest. They're a little more expensive than just the standard ones, but they're a lot more high performance. So go check them out, bocabearings.com, and I'll see you guys later.